The biggest change we saw a couple of 100 years ago was industrialization. But this time we're seeing a wave of 4 different waves at the same time, which is what we call disruption.
Hello Per, and thank you for joining Dukascopy TV. So let's jump straight in. And what would you say has been the global impact of disruption?
Disruption, to start with, is a word that actually is translated into English as turmoil. Turmoil actually also means change. The biggest change we saw a couple of 100 years ago was industrialization. But this time we're seeing a wave of 4 different waves at the same time, which is what we call disruption. And this is the urbanization move, meaning people are moving into cities. We have the change also in terms of new technology, Internet of Things are coming over us. We have the demography, which is also creating a big change for us, aging population. And last but not least, the change within the global markets, meaning we have tremendous growth driven mainly by Asia and not anymore through Europe and the United States.
So moving on from disruption to digitization, what has been the big impact globally of digitization on the financial world?
Well, the financial world has been a very conservative world where we're using very paper-based and cumbersome methods to communicate and register transactions and handling our clients. With the digitization, we're seeing all these processes being totally changed into something much more efficient and leading to the need of less people. Let me give you one example actually. My grandmother, my late grandmother, was working as a banknote counter at the Central Bank of Sweden, the Riksbank. And that meant that she was using her hands to count the notes and put them into stacks. Problem was that that also created problems with her hands and the joints, and meaning that she couldn't continue with her hobbies, one which was knitting. So the changes in the financial world and in the digitalized world is that we are getting much more efficient, and some jobs that are not really creative or helping people to work with their intelligence are being replaced with other solutions, which are actually also much more efficient, especially for the client. And that is what we want. We want to have, as a client, as a user of the banking services, financial services, we want things to be more smooth, simple to use. We want to understand. We want the transparency, and that's what we're getting through these methods and these solutions.
So with this digitization, has this changed the way that small firms, what does it mean for small firms who come up against large banks and big organizations?
Oh, it changes a lot. I mean, you would typically see, let's take the company that I work for. We're David against the Goliaths, meaning that we don't need to be 3,000 people to develop solutions that would actually create these digital solutions within the financial industry. We are, in this case, we're a little more than 120 people, and we can work specifically on solutions that are really targeting specific needs rather than trying to change the entire workforce or work methodology within a bank.
Per, thank you very much. Absolute pleasure.
Much.
And thank you for watching. And if you like this video and would like to see more, be sure to stay with us here at Dukascopy TV.